This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome back to the series of videos on pattern programming in Python. This is our part 6. In this, we are going to print in some pyramid style the column values. These are going to represent a column 1, 1, 2. In this row, this is column 1, column 2. In this row, this is column 1, column 2, column 3. What we are going to print? Only column value, but in a pyramid style. So already we did this program. Before printing anything in that particular row, we have to print some spaces, a required number of spaces we have to print. Then after we have to print the remaining thing. So here we are expecting something to be printed in the pattern, pyramid pattern. If you assume this is our output device monitor, if number of rows is 5, you can see here you find no spaces before the number 1, 0 spaces. You can find 1 space, 2 spaces, 3 spaces, 4 spaces. So which row it was actually? Row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 4, row 5. In row 1, how many spaces we have to print? 4. Is it not a 5 minus 1? In row 2, how many spaces? 3. Is it not 5 minus 2? In row 3, how many spaces? 2. Is it not a 5 minus 3? So when row number changes, in every row before printing anything, we have to print number of spaces n minus row number of times. N minus row number of times. First you print the number of spaces, then you start printing remaining whatever you want. How to do this? So this is our pattern 20, I think. Is it pattern 20? Correct. N equals to eval input, enter a value for n for row in range of 1 comma n plus 1, for column in range of 1 comma n plus 1. Is it 1 n plus 1? No, sorry. In every row, according to row number, columns must be there. In row 1, only 1 column. In row 2, only 2 columns. In row 3, 3 columns. So columns row 1 to according to row number, the column should come. Now before printing anything in that column, first we have to print what? Number of spaces we have to print. How many spaces? Number of rows minus row times. Row times we have to repeat what? We have to repeat what? Space we have to repeat. These many spaces. After that, don't transfer cursor to the next line, because in the first row, if I print 4 spaces, then at this location I want to print 1. In the next row, after printing 3 spaces, in this location 1, next to 2. So if you don't mention end parameter, after printing 4 spaces, 1 is going to be printed here, because the print will transfer the cursor automatically to the next line. Now what we are going to print here? Column value. F string I am going to take, column value. So after printing column value, some space I am expecting. Some space I am expecting. Now let me run the mistake. 1 minute. But the mistake? In every row, if you print column 1, next thing 2, next thing 3. In the fourth row, 1, 2, 3, 4. Sir, by printing column Print statement is a transferring the cursor to the next line. You didn't mention that. Don't transfer the cursor to the next line. You didn't mention that. End equals to this one. Clear, right? What is another problem? Can you please tell me what is another problem? You forgot to mention after printing all columns in one row, can you please transfer cursor to the next line? We forgot this line also. The point was clear. Now, in the same way, alphabets also I want to print. I want to print alphabets. So pattern 21, take the copy of the program. Pattern 21. What we are printing? We are not interested to print a column. We want to print some alphabet. So character representation of 97 is the Unicode number. 96 plus column number you can take, convert that into corresponding character. Can you please print it? Py p21.py. The point was clear. Now, the next requirement is I want to print it in the reverse. What to do? You started the row with a 1 up to n. You printed actually. Now here I want to start with n up to 1. I have to print. That's it. 22. So exactly reverse. Let us take 20, pattern 20. Let us take pattern 20. Another copy of the program. Pattern 22. Here also 22. What to do here? Instead of 1 comma n plus 1, we can take n comma 0 comma minus 1. That's it. Py p22.py. The point was clear. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5. Now in the same way, even alphabets also I want to print. Let us take 21. Another copy of the program. P23. Pattern should be 23. What I am expecting? Alphabets also should be printed like this. A B C D E, A B C D, A B C, A B. So 23, pattern 23. Here number of rows n comma 0 comma minus 1. N comma 0 comma minus 1. Py 23.py. Clear, right? So we will discuss the remaining patterns in the next session.